Hi everyone! Today I thought I'd take you through a quick lunchtime energizing routine for times when you just need a little pick-me-up, you're getting a little bit tired, and you need something to kind of just get through the rest of the day. And thought this would be a great workout to share with you. So we are going to start in mountain pose. And I want you to really find your grounding here and really feel rooted into the earth beneath you as you get ready for mountain pose. So if you need to shift your weight forward and back a little bit or sideways, just get yourself really grounded. So all four corners of your feet are really pushing into the earth. Your legs are engaged, your core is engaged, and you're nice and tall and with your hands to either side of you. And you can close your eyes if you'd like. Just really feel centered and grounded here for our practice. Breathing in and out through your nose, really focusing your attention on your breath and bringing you right to this present moment right now. Not what you have to do after this class or not what you did before it, just this present moment. Opening your eyes, we're going to do some side bends, but with a little bit of a twist. So staying in mountain pose, lifting your left arm up to the sky and using your right hand to clasp it, and start to give yourself a nice side bend here. You're going to take your right foot now and just bring it right behind you. So you're getting a nice stretch along your side ribs, along your IT band. And coming back to center, doing that on the other side, so clasping your right arm, bringing your left foot behind you, and just leaning over to your left. Your chest remains open, you're not coming forward, just one straight line. And back to center. We're going to start to stretch out our upper back. So kind of like a cat-cow, but in a standing position. We're going to bring our hands and cactus them on either side of us. On an inhale, we're going to start to open up that chest, really bringing your shoulder blades closer together. Your chin is lifted, your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, start to round your back, bringing your hands to touch. Inhale, open, really opening up that chest, giving yourself a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale, rounding that spine, really stretching out in between the two shoulder blades. Your head is still hanging loose. Inhale, open. You can keep a nice bend in your knees here. Exhale, bringing your arms and hands to touch, really rounding out that spine. And coming back to center. We're going to bring ourselves to the front of the mat, taking your hands and clasping them behind your back. Again, thinking of rolling your shoulders back, really bringing those shoulder blades closer together. And your feet can be about mat width apart here. Now you can stay here if you're getting a good enough stretch, or you can start to do a forward fold, hinging at your waist and your hips and coming forward until your head drops and your hands clasp above your head. Keeping a little bend in your knee here, so you're not overextending. Exhale, start to lift yourself up very slowly back to a standing position. Releasing your hands. Bringing your feet now about hip width apart. Inhale, lower your hands down onto the mat and step your feet back into downward facing dog. So your hips are lifted, your spine is straight, your energy is rooting into your fingertips, really pushing into the mat. Inhaling through your nose. Exhale, start to roll onto the balls of your feet, or your toes, shifting forward into a high plank. Exhale, start to lower yourself down. Really, your elbows are grazing your ribs here, lowering yourself all the way down onto the mat, releasing those back toes. Keeping your hands on either side of your ribs. Inhale, start to lift up your chest into cobra. Exhale, lowering yourself down. Coming onto your knees and shifting your hips back into a child's pose. Resting your forehead onto the mat. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And let out a nice sigh and exhaling out through your mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Start to lift yourself up, coming onto your knees. And I'm going to give you a couple of variations here. You can bring your hands just on your lower back, opening up your chest, and you can stay right here. Or if your back is feeling a little bit more flexible today and you want to get a deeper back bend, bring your left hand onto your ankle or your shin, taking your right hand and just extending it out behind you. Really opening up the chest here. Breathing in and out through your nose. Exhale back to center. Moving on to the other side, dropping your right hand onto your shin or your ankle. Left arm extended right behind you. You can always stay right here. If you like, just do what your body is able to do today. Every day is different. Exhale yourself back to center. Coming into a tabletop, shifting your hips back into a downward facing dog and just stretch it out here. Releasing that lower back. And just breathe in and out through your nose. On your next inhale, we're going to lift your left leg up to the sky into three-legged dog. Exhale, bending at the knee and just opening up that left hip. Maybe bring your gaze just under your armpit. Just opening up that left hip. Inhale, exhale, bringing your left foot in between your two hands into a runner's lunge. And when you're ready and you have your balance, take an inhale, lift your arms up to the sky into a high lunge. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears here. Your arms are strong. That back leg is strong, your front leg is engaged, your core is engaged. And in one movement, we're going to bring that right leg up to meet our left. And transitioning into tree pose. So bringing your hands to your chest into prayer, bringing your right foot either on the inside of your shin or calf, or you can bring it into your inner thigh and just balance here, really focusing your gaze on something in front of you. You're nice and tall. The crown of your head is facing towards the ceiling. In one movement, we're going to kick that right leg behind us, transitioning into Warrior Two. So making sure that that right foot is parallel to the outside of your mat. Your front knee is bent. Your knee is not passing your ankle. You're nice and tall. Chest is open, extending your arms out to either side of you. Really feeling the energy shooting out of your fingertips here. Inhale, straighten that front leg, tipping over to your left into triangle pose. Bringing your hand down as far as you can comfortably go. So if you're up here, then stay up here. You want to make sure that your back is straight and your chest is open. Inhale, back to center. Helicoptering your hands to the front of the mat. Stepping your left foot to meet your right into plank. And we're going to move into a vinyasa flow here. So you can always come down onto your knees, lower down into cobra. Or you can stay in your high plank, lowering down on your exhale. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're extending your right leg up to the sky. And bending at that knee, really opening up that right hip. Maybe bring your gaze onto your armpit. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your right foot in between your two hands into your runner's lunge. Get your balance. On an inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky. Into your crescent lunge, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, bring your left foot to meet your right into mountain, transitioning into tree pose. Left foot either on your shin or your inner thigh. Bringing your hands to prayer. And just ground yourself. Feeling all that energy in that right foot. Keeping you in balance, keeping you strong, keeping you focused. Engaging your core. Fixing your gaze on something in front of you. And in one breath, we're going to kick that left leg behind us, transitioning into Warrior Two. That wasn't a smooth transition, but that's okay. I lost my balance. It happens. Your right foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Your knee is bent, making sure that it's in line with your ankle, extending your arms out to either side of you. Nice and strong in your Warrior Two position. Again, really thinking about rooting into the earth. Inhale, straighten that front leg, tipping over onto your right into triangle pose. Thinking of opening up your heart, opening up your chest here, keeping everything in one straight line. Coming forward to the front of your mat, helicoptering your arms, dropping your hands down onto the mat, extending your right foot to meet the left. We'll take our flow. Again, you can do it on your knees or a high plank. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming onto your knees. We're going to take our right hand, bring it up above our head. Exhaling it, bringing it right underneath that left arm, dropping your right ear onto the mat. Feeling that nice stretch in the shoulder blades here. Your knees are in line with your hips. Coming back to center, taking your left arm up now. Exhale, feed it right underneath your right arm, dropping your left cheek onto the mat, your left ear. Nice shoulder stretch here. Coming back to center. Extending your legs out behind you into a plank. We're going to take your right foot to the outside of your right hand, so just on the outside of your mat. You could drop down onto your knee if you'd like, or you can keep it extended and off your knee. And we're going to move into lizard pose. So you could roll over on the outside of your right foot. If you can see, just rolling over and coming down onto your forearms. And I just want you to tune into this movement here. You can sway back and forth if that feels good to you. I like to move through my movements a lot instead of staying in a static pose. I just find it keeps my hip mobility, makes me a little bit more flexible that way. And I just like movement. I like seeing that my body moves. I like to tune into how my body feels when I move. Coming back to center, bringing your right leg to meet your left. Inhale, bringing your left foot now on the outside of your mat. The outside of that left foot. Again, you can come down onto your knee if you'd like. Rolling over on the outside of that left foot, really opening up that inner thigh. Or if that's too much of a stretch, you can keep it right here. You don't have to open up to the hip. Just do what feels good for you. Today, my inner thighs are a little tight and can use some little bit stretching, so I'm going to open it up, coming down onto my forearms. I'm going to sway a little bit and just breathe through the movement. Bringing your left foot now to meet your right into plank. And we're going to take our vinyasa flow here. And I'll meet you in down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale a nice sigh out. Lifting your right leg up to the sky into three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing that foot in between your two hands into your high lunge. Inhale, lift your hands up to the sky. Really getting your balance here. Maybe you sink your hips just a little bit lower. And in one movement, once you feel grounded, start to shift your weight forward, lifting up that back leg into warrior three. You can keep your arms extended in front of you, or you can bring them to prayer. You can bring them behind you. Completely up to you. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bringing your left foot to meet your right into mountain pose. Take a nice deep inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find your flat back. Exhale, bringing your hands down onto your mat, stepping your feet back into plank. We'll take our vinyasa flow again, whichever variation works for you, and I'll meet you in down dog. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Lifting your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bringing your left foot in between your two hands. Inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky into your crescent lunge. Nice and strong here. Maybe sink your hips a little lower if you would like a deeper stretch. Starting to shift your weight forward. Keeping that front knee bent and lift up that back leg into warrior 3. Remembering your options for where you'd like to put your arms and your hands. Whatever works for you, it helps you keep your balance. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right foot to meet your left into mountain. Take a nice deep inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping your feet back, taking your vinyasa flow here. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a second here to catch your breath. Coming down onto your knees and just swinging your legs in front of you and coming down to a lying down position. Keeping your legs extended out in front of you. Taking your right leg and just crossing it over your left knee into a nice twist. You can use your left hand to hold that knee down if you'd like, making sure your shoulder blades stay on the mat. You can extend your arms out to either side of you if you'd like. You can even bring your gaze over to your right side. Whatever you need right now. Coming back to center, bringing the bottoms of your feet onto the mat. Bringing that right ankle over your left knee into a reverse pigeon pose here, and taking your hands and clasping them behind that left thigh, and just bringing your knees closer to your chest, keeping that left knee bent. Still keeping your attention on your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Extend the left leg up now to the sky and see if you notice a difference in this stretch from when it was bent to when it's extended. Do you feel it to be a deeper stretch? Does it cause discomfort? If it does, then come down onto your knee. Just tuning into what feels good for you right now. Releasing your legs down, bringing your soles of your feet back onto the mat. On an inhale, we're going to start to lift those hips up into bridge pose. And just holding it here for a couple of breaths. Shoulder blades stay on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the hips down. Extending your legs out in front of you, bringing your left knee over your right. Into a little twist. Just really stretching out that outer hip area. Coming back to center, bringing your left ankle now over your right knee. And just bringing your knees closer into your body. My left side is definitely tighter than my right. I can feel it. Extending that right leg up to the sky if you'd like. Dropping your feet back down onto the mat, getting ready for our bridge pose. Bringing the palms of your hands down onto your mat. Inhale, start to lift those hips up. Trying to have everything in one line, your knee and your hips in one line. Your hips are square. Exhale, bringing your hips down back onto the mat, extending your legs out in front of you for Shavasana. Bringing your palms facing the sky, closing your eyes, tuning back into your breath, really paying attention to the rise and fall of your belly as you inhale and exhale. Surrendering into the earth beneath you. Keeping everything loose. All the muscles in your face are relaxed. Your arms are relaxed. Your legs, your feet. Bending your knees. And coming over onto your side nice and slowly. Lifting yourself back up into a seated position. Taking a nice deep inhale, lifting your hands up to the sky, bringing your hands together. Exhale, hands to heart center. And thanking yourself for taking this time in the middle of your day to give your body what it needs, that boost of energy to keep you going for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, energized, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.